The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Fellas, tomorrow is my wife's birthday.
Oh.
My wife. It's her birthday tomorrow, and special day. And she woke up first thing this morning and had come up with a new idea of how she wants to celebrate her birthday.
Oh, it feels like you're mocking her already. I don't like this, but keep going.
So basically, she was like, "Oh, it'd be nice to do something in the morning on my birthday. You know, we could go do something." And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely. We can do anything you want to do." And she's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course. It's your birthday." And she was like, "Oh, well, to be honest, one thing I'd love to do is go to the gym and sign up for both of us to do a class together
Oh,
at 9 a.m. And it's the gym in town, so we have to sit in traffic for like an hour, right? Go in and do. And the class she wants us to do together is a dance exercise class. And I said to her, "Do you actually want to do this, or is it more about forcing me to do something I don't want to do?"
yeah.
And so she's starting this as like a birthday tradition where we're just going to start forcing one another to do terrible stuff that we're just not into.
She actually called me up a week ago.
Yeah.
In tears. And she's worried that you're blowing out. Okay. So this is her way of just trying to get you back on the exercise horse, the pummel horse.
She wants me on the pummel horse.
Yeah.
Doing gymnastics.
I got to be honest with you,
Doing
Keyzie.
anything. Just getting you off your ass, man.
Yeah. She called me last night. She was sobbing. You know, and I was like, oh, God. I mean, I have a fondness for her, as you know, but I was really tired.
Yeah.
She was just beside herself.
Can I say, and I hate to interrupt you, Hoyte Joe, you know I do, but every time I look down and I see the phone ringing there and old Keyzie's missus name up on the screen there, I hesitate.
Yeah.
Because I know it's going to be an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah,
when I answer that
same.
phone.
Right, I thought she was at squash last night with the girls.
And actually, it's actually got to the point where my wife, Mogi, is going, why does she keep calling you all the time?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was look, she's going through a lot of crap at the moment, and I'm just helping her out and stuff. But yes, it was somewhere along the lines of what Mogi was saying, which was, I mean, I love the guy, but he's a puffer fish at the moment.
Right.
And I need to do...
So, because...
you know, how can I get him off the couch, off his
game?
Get
him active.
Yeah, get him active again.
But I've been running and stuff. Like, I'm running. Yeah, she knows I've been running. Because in my mind, it's more about her taking this opportunity to force me to do something I'm going to hate. And so I was like...
Does she strike you as that kind of person, Keyzie?
She did at the time. She had like a glint of malice in her eye, you know? And I was like, well, two can play at that game.
Well, look, at the end of the day, it's a great result for both of you. Because you get your health back and she gets her husband back, the man she fell in love with.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah. Plus,
and can I just say, she rang me this afternoon after you'd had this...
Did she? Did she? Was she in tears?
Yeah, she was in tears.
Oh, that's weird.
She just was pretty disappointed with your reaction, Keyzie,
Right,
about, you know, she felt she could see malice in your eyes.
Well, to be honest, I did feel like she was intentionally doing this to upset me, forcing me to do something I hate.
Yeah,
and so
exercise,
my instant reaction is like, oh, well, two can play at that game when it comes to my birthday.
Yeah, that's what she felt. You were a bit sort of vindictive and a bit
Exactly.
kind of...
What are you going to do for her birthday? For your birthday to her?
Probably make her watch Wellington Paranormal. She will hate that. Then we'll see who's calling her in tears.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Hey, fellas, I may seem maybe a little sort of off-kilter today.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry I was slow on the pickup there. I could have said 10 things. I couldn't think of one. Damn it.
It's okay, man. And maybe not at the top of my game, maybe, and maybe a bit distracted, you probably noticed.
I've certainly, people outside the glass have noticed.
Yeah, anytime somebody walks past. Yeah.
Well, my eyes have been wandering.
You got the wandering eye.
Yeah, well, I guess that makes sense. Something pretty full-on happened last night when I got home from work.
Oh, no, are you all good?
Yeah, no. Well, this is what I want to talk to you guys about because, you know,
Okay.
fellas, it's good for fellas to, you know, air their issues.
Spit it out.
So I got home last night and my lovely wife, my wife, had bought me a beautiful bouquet of flowers.
Oh, that's really nice.
Is it, Keyzie?
Is it?
Is it? And there were freesias, which are my favourite flower because
Who's your favourite flower?
They smell of spring and fill me with joy and hope. Don't do that with the microphone, please, Mogi.
You can probably smell those in summer, though, with that honker. Sorry, carry on, though. Carry on.
Anyway, so I said, oh, that's lovely, darling. Thank you so much. That's very nice. Then I sat down on the couch and it started, the thoughts in my mind. And it didn't help that Terry walked through the lounge wearing his bloody towel and nothing else. Bloody just out of the shower there.
Is he back, is he?
Oh, he's never left.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, and
Yeah.
and I was thinking, and these thoughts started coming into my head, and I thought, oh, you're just being crazy old Hoyte J with those thoughts. And it was like, why is my wife buying me flowers?
Oh, so that's literally it. Oh, wow, okay. So you're offended by the flowers?
Well, I wasn't offended by them. I was really taken aback by them. And then I started thinking about it. Why did my wife buy me flowers? What's she done?
Why did she?
Oh.
Why did she buy me flowers?
Because you only buy flowers when you've messed up.
When you've done something wrong and you're trying to hide it, yeah.
Yeah, and I was thinking to myself, what is going on with her? And or what has she done to warrant her buying me, a bouquet of flowers?
Because buying flowers is not a gesture of kindness.
No,
it's
exactly.
an admission of guilt.
It's one of those things where on the surface it's lovely and you go, oh, how lovely. But then when you put your massive snoz underneath the surface there and have a little wiggle around, you go, hang about.
Something's going on.
Something is going on. I mean, that's where my mind went. I don't know if I'm being unreasonable or that's a reasonable thing to think or just being paranoid.
I mean, I think you're being paranoid. What was, when you bought flowers for her last, what had you done?
Well, you don't do anything wrong, do you? Not really.
Well,
it's been 25 years since you bought her flowers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Right, okay.
I'll buy her like a Mars bar or something. Not because I've done anything wrong. But
Just out of the kindness of your
because,
heart.
but then we'll quarter it up and stuff. I won't need to have the whole bar. I just wanted to gauge you guys. I mean, like if your partners came home and said, Mogi, darling, here's some flowers for you, you'd be all G with
be
that?
pissed off.
I don't like flowers.
And I'd be pissed off. I'm like, my name's Keyzie. Stop getting us mixed up. I don't like flowers, though. I'm not interested in flowers.
My wife has never bought me flowers. But she buys them for the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The house is a nickname we give the neighbour. He's pretty hot.
The house.
Is he? Oh, dog roll.
Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard. Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard.
Okay, well, that's cool. That's cool. I was just wanting to check, that's all.
Yeah, no.
Nothing to worry about there.
She is having an affair, though, isn't she?
Who?
Huh?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
A member of the Big Show team showed me a tracking device on his phone yesterday where he can pinpoint his wife wherever she is, literally in the world, right down to, the exact location she's in. And I found that a little bit disturbing and invasive.
Right.
And so I put it out to the people out there. I mean, I'd never think to put a tracking device on my wife's phone to know exactly. She has her anonymity and her privacy and her right to live and be wherever she wants to be. You know what I'm saying, Mogi?
My wife.
So that's why I just wanted to get your thoughts on it and also the thoughts of the listeners out there on 3483.
On 3483.
Because I don't want to name the person that showed me that.
No.
Sure.
Only massive creeps track their partner's phone.
That's true. And I've got very limited knowledge of it. I only know of one person that does it, but that tracks.
Right.
That sounds about right to me. Based on the little knowledge I have.
Well, the only thing that shook me, because obviously I know the person that has it on his phone very, very well, he was very open about it.
Yeah.
Well, of course, and so he should be. I mean, it's just an app that, first of all, it sounds like this person hasn't installed a special tracking app. It's an app that comes with the phone, all right?
Yeah. I guess what I'm saying is 100% of the people that I know that do it are creeps.
Right, okay.
All I can say, this is on 3483, all I can say is get a life, utter BS.
Oh,
Yeah.
It sounds like a boom. That's not something you guys would text in.
That sounds, well, I mean, they're not far off. Say what you like about boomers. They normally hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, totally. We do the tracking. Perfect to know when to start cooking dinner to make sure it's hot and fresh when the other gets home.
Yeah, and also to tell your mistress to climb out the window.
Yeah. This one's great, actually. I am a builder, and I had to tell my wife straight up I'm renovating a brothel at the moment. Otherwise, it would look like I'm there 9 hours a day.
Oh, right. So
she was looking on
his
her.
wife obviously tracks where he is all the
he's
time.
like, look, for the next month or so.
So he's sort of swinging the hammer down at the brothel, is he?
Yeah, exactly. The old workbench. Apparently, some people use it to cut out comms. You don't need a text to be like, hey, how far away are you? You can just look on the app.
Oh, it's so hard, I know.
And the other thing I've actually figured out is because this person recently got their wife a birthday present. I remember this person doing it. It was a fitness
Something
watch
cheap
that matches to their phone.
Right.
Even if this person's wife doesn't have their phone on them anymore, you can still see where she is as long as she's got the fitness watch on.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So it's like a double track.
Yeah, it's a double track.
Yeah, double track.
It's
Why not a
funny,
double
actually,
track?
because this person was telling me that they're actually looking into something. They're really excited about it, that Apple is coming out with new software where you can have a microchip inserted into the back of your wife's skull.
Right.
And then you can just, you don't need the watch, you don't need the phone.
Yeah, because often what would happen is, I could imagine that the wife would leave her phone behind or something like that.
That's right.
Or,
Turn it off because
shower.
they've got a feeling they're being tracked, so they turn their phone off, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it also comes with like a flashing light that you can stick on their heads.
Right, okay, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
So,
do you know what the product's called?
What's it called, Keyzie?
Hi, wife. All I can say is this person sounds like they're in a safe and secure relationship.
Right,
and
okay.
that they both agree
Very
to this
secure.
thing. Hugely secure.
Very secure.
And that this person's definitely not running an affair, is all I want to say on the radio.
Yeah.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yes, indeedy. That's Jet at 4 on the Big Show with Mogi, Keyzie, and the Coos.
Yeah.
So good. Woody J's got pooey bum, sore tummy.
Yeah, he's got a yucky tum pooey bum.
That's right.
So he's going to have to take some time off. But we're just testing this out, shaking things up. We always wanted to do a crossover with breakfast, and we thought we'd do that by sort of mix and match and all the on-air talent, if I can call it that.
You can call me that.
Yeah, and so we're giving it a run today. And text us through on 3483 and just tell us yes or no. Is it working for you? Having old the Coos here in Hoyte JC.
Having a front bone on the backbone.
Yeah, boy.
The front boner with the backboners.
I like it. I love it. Actually,
You've got to try new combos. Look, it's worked well for the Warriors.
Yeah.
If you've got an injury situation right now with
Next
Woody
man
J,
up.
next man up, and
and we've got
Or woman.
or woman.
Yeah, good save, Mogi. Nice work. Tomorrow morning, it is Hoyte J and Jerry on the Breakfast Show. So text through 3483. Let us know how that goes as well. Mogi,
Poo Mum breakfast.
we're doing relationship chats here while Big Daddy Heafy's in the studio.
Yeah.
I believe you've got a bit of an issue.
Well, it wasn't an issue so much. I went out for, I think it was probably something at a cafe. You do that with your family, don't you? Every now and again, you go out to a cafe and spend a couple of hundy. And
Bloody stop off at the bank and get a mortgage.
Am I
before you
right?
go in there. These days.
And then we were walking back, and my daughter, who's 5, she likes to have running races, and she actually cheats. She always says, "I don't want to race," and then she starts running, and then says, "Go."
Oh.
But I like that. It's a competitive streak. Anyway, so she decided it was time to race my wife as opposed to me, because I always destroy her by about 3 lampposts.
Oh, yeah.
And
You're so cool,
so
man.
my wife
That's
took,
impressive.
she's got to learn, man. And so my wife took off, and then within a couple of yards, she had stood on what is a long skirt on the front of it, took a couple of big ungainly steps, and then just fell, not flat on her face, but certainly it wasn't a graceful descent onto the concrete pavement there.
That's such a funny story.
Yeah, keep telling the story.
And she, so she broke her leg.
Oh, really?
Did she actually?
Yeah, she broke her leg. Well, not it was sort of just above the just above the ankle there, and she sort of burst into tears. And
Still-
what's it called when the bone's sticking out?
That's
compound?
Compound fracture.
Compound fracture, yeah. So then my daughter saw that, and she was just puking.
It's still, is it still funny?
So did you want advice around this, or were you just sort of?
I was just wondering what I should buy her because she's in hospital, so I just wanted to get her a nice gift from you guys. But
get her some, I don't know, like a bandage. Get her a Band-Aid.
I think they'll probably have those at the hospital,
okay.
Matt.
Yeah.
Maybe, what about like a sewing kit so that she can shorten up her skirt so that she doesn't trip on them again and break her leg?
No, it's pretty badly ripped. I had to use that as a tourniquet.
Oh, like where you and then tightens it up.
Yeah.
How much blood did she lose?
It's hard to tell, but I had to get the hose out anyway. But it's all good. I didn't think it was that funny, but all good.
How long's she in the hospital for?
Huh?
How long's she in hospital for?
Well, they haven't really said because you could end up getting septicemia.
Now it's getting funnier again.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Lincoln Park there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday evening. The time is 5:52.
So we're just going to pick up here of something we said we'd pick up over an hour ago. Jace, you this morning had a bit of a hooer of an argument with your wife.
Well, it wasn't a big argument.
No,
but
it was
just one of those ones.
It was just a bad vibey one.
So what happened was, and you've done this for years and years, you were making her a nice coffee on your coffee machine. She
Yes.
had gone out walking the dog. Just as she arrived home, you said, just in time, darling, got your coffee here. As you were making the milk, she said, can you not overboil the milk today, please?
She didn't say today. She
just
said,
said, "Don't
can you
overboil
not
it."
boil the milk?
Yes. And then you said, you took that personally because you've been making her coffee every day for 10 years.
Yes.
And then she also asked for less froth. And then you were like, are you serious? And then she said, well, this is how I like my coffee. Am I not allowed to like it like this?
Yeah,
or
I'm
something?
allowed to like my coffee how I like it.
Yeah.
And then you had a whole other thing to do with another thing, but that was the crux of the thing. That was the argument.
Well, to put it in context, I've been doing that for 10 years. You know, we alternated each day. But this was kind of the first day where she actually sat down at the kitchen bar and was watching me make the coffee.
Wow.
I've never had a complaint from her once about any of the coffees I've ever made her over 10 years. And today, that's why it took me, I was taken aback by it, Mogi.
Yeah, and I can understand that, man. Like, there's a couple of ways to look at this, I guess. And one is that, you are offering sustenance. It's
Sure.
a gift, isn't it? When you're making something for someone, your beloved. Generally, you take it to her in bed. It's a nice way to start the day. It's an act of love. Can I say that?
Yes, it is.
It is an act of love.
Yes. Affection.
And so for her to then say, you're burning the milk, or there's an accusation there telling you to be careful.
Which I wasn't.
And then ask you to spoon out the froth because she doesn't like it having too much froth on it. It's sort of a kick in the guts.
It was.
It's a kick in the ghoulies.
I was uncharacteristically upset by it.
Absolutely. But then the flip side, as you say, you've been doing this for 5 or 10 years. This has been happening. This has been a cornerstone of your relationship, this
Correct.
act of love. Another way to look at this would be that for 5 or 10 years, your wife has drunk your shit coffee.
Yes.
With nary a word.
Aye.
With not a complaint. She has stomached that hot, frothy shit because she loves you.
Yeah.
And today was a bridge too far. So rather than stewing on the one day of complaint, why not treasure the 3,650 days where she looked the other way
She shut up and got on with it.
and turned the other cheek?
I expected better from you, Mogi.
Well, to be honest, I was about to bring a similar argument to the table because I thought he was on your side. But he's 100% right. And I like the idea that your relationship is so healthy that she feels she can be honest with you and say, look, this is how I like it.
Can I just
and
make-
the way you're making it is terrible.
Can I just make the point that my coffees are delicious?
Yeah,
they're
you think
really
so.
nicely. I could be a barista. I know what I'm doing with my coffee.
Yeah, but the
And
problem
she's-
is, if
and
you're a barista,
if
everyone
she
coming
hated
in...
my coffees, there'd be coffee left in every cup I made her. But there never is. They're empty. They're completely empty.
Rue's a big fan of coffee, eh?
Your dog...
Yeah, I'm going to make one for Rue tomorrow. She can go. I mean, that sounded nasty there. I didn't mean it to. She can make her own coffee, man.
Yeah.
So a bit delayed with that. You were gonna swear there, eh?
I understand where you're coming from, though, man. That's the kind of stuff that winds me up.
Sure.
If that was me, I would say, babe, sorry, how do you actually like your coffee? I've never asked. I've just assumed.
Yeah.
And just given you what I assume is a good coffee. Yeah, that's what I would have done, but...
Keyzie, eh?
Don't old Keyzie, eh, man?
Keyzie.
That's not how this ends.
Under the thumb, eh?
The Hauraki Beat Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
We were talking in the previous voice break about how after 26 years of marriage, my wife and I realised that we have very different taste in interior design.
Yes.
And it's amazing to me that it's taking us 26 years to figure that out.
Well, you've probably been tricked and gaslit because the same thing happens to me. I bought some art last week and my wife said, oh, my God, that is going to look so good at your office.
I love that.
So good. So she's complimenting me and at the same time just guiding me out of the house so she doesn't have to look at it.
Mine is, my wife says, you can put that up in your garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, your man
exactly.
cave.
Cool.
The best one was my wife sent me a photo of a piece of art. She said, what do you think about that? I said, I hate it. And now it's in our lounge.
Yes.
A huge piece.
Yes, I actually think this is quite an issue, actually,
It is.
for men and women, the different tastes. Because I've heard that story a lot.
So what we're going to try to do now is figure out whether it's Jace that has bad taste or his wife.
Okay.
You will do that by you designing your dream lounge, all right?
Okay.
Oh, how hot.
Here it is.
Okay, I'll ask you the questions.
Yeah, okay, sure.
First of all, do you want wallpaper or paint, and what colour?
Paint.
Okay.
And I would go bay leaf.
So green,
Yes.
like your kitchen.
Or Morris wallpaper.
Oh, Morris. I
that the flowers?
I like wallpaper.
Okay.
Okay, but I like a bare wall.
We'll lock in bay leaf green.
Yes.
Painted. What kind of flooring? Do you want carpet or do you want like wooden flooring?
I want wooden, shiny floors with lovely Afghan rugs.
For me, I'll have no rugs. The floor will be mirrors.
Right, okay. So, actually, that's my next question. Are you running a rug?
Yes.
I thought
I
so.
knew it.
Several rugs.
It looks so unnatural.
I know, it does. I'm amazed, actually, you guys haven't cottoned on to that earlier.
Right.
And hey, cap. You wonder why I wear a cap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question. Do the curtains match the rug?
No curtains.
Yes.
Right.
In case,
Blinds.
yes.
Blinds.
Blinds.
Right, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Fireplace?
Well, no, because we just got that
No,
ripped out.
this is your dream
Oh,
lounge.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So isn't that interesting?
It is.
You ripped it out, you put a heat pump in, but in your dream lounge, you would have a fireplace.
Yes.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
Would you have TV
Yes.
mounted?
Yes.
Yeah, what a treat. Have you got it on a cabinet at the moment?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you have any artwork?
My walls are covered in art. Nudes.
Right.
Japanese. New Zealand photographers.
Dust.
Dust.
Have you got any of Dick Thurston's stuff?
I'm a big fan of Dick.
Thought so. And you're running a rug. Would you have some furniture like seats and that, couches?
Well, absolutely. 2 couches, dark leather.
Oh, now tell me about that because I always go for an L shape. I need to be able to lie down.
No.
No, you're sitting up on your couch, are you?
Well, no, you can have a long couch, but I wouldn't have an L-shaped couch. I'd have 2 separate couches.
Right.
Right. Would you have any lamps?
Yes, Tiffany lamps in one corner and a Tiffany lamp on another corner.
Well, you don't need 2 couches now because your wife's left you.
Sex swing?
No bedroom.
Right. Okay.
No bedroom.
Yeah. No, it'd be in the bedroom.
Oh.
Right.
I say get rid of the need for a bedroom, put the sex swing in the lounge.
Well, what I could do is put a hook up so that I could use it in the lounge.
Oh, that's a good...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either or.
Have a couple.
And would you have like a mat?
gotta be
Because it's
flexible.
quite handy, especially when there's test cricket on.
Yeah, sure. You got to be flexible with a sex swing.
Totally. So you put all that together and you can envisage what I think is a pretty gross looking lounge.
But it's got Jace written all over it, man.
It does.
So,
And it's nice to know that he is running a rug as well. I've been wondering that for ages.
Are you siding with my wife, Keyzie? Is that what you're saying?
I'm definitely sidling with your wife.
I love the sound of it, Jace.
Thank you, man.
All of it.
To be
And
honest,
I love a wall. The wall's covered in art.
Yes.
yeah.
And I love the fire. I don't know about the blinds. I prefer a very heavy drape.
Okay.
Keep the
yeah.
heat in.
Look, I'm open to that.
Okay, all right. We'll work on that.
Wait,
Should
so
we
you
move
guys,
in together?
Are you guys
Mogi?
moving?
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
I had a tremendous weekend, fellas.
Good on you, mate.
It's been a while, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
My wife and I had a steak.
My wife and I.
No, it's just my wife, Keyzie.
Oh, yeah.
Had a staycation, Mogi.
Oh,
Well, we booked a hotel room.
Oh, did you really?
Yes. And had dinner. Had a restaurant there, and it
what kind of dinner?
was a place called Ghost Street, which does sort of Asian-y type food. Very good. Highly recommended.
Did Pugson recommend it?
5 stars from Hoyte J. Now, we've been there before and we really liked it. And it's a really nice ambiance and so forth. But anyway, and then we were going to a movie after that. And, we were walking to the restaurant from the hotel. We've got this running gag, my wife and I.
Oh, yeah.
And I said...
She always gives you a wedgie, eh?
yeah. And hangs me up on a peg.
That is funny.
With the old undies going
She's funny, man.
Right in the nuss. And anyway, we're walking along the street there towards the restaurant. And I said, I'll tell you what, darling, you know what we should do? After the film tonight, we should do a bit of clubbing. Get into a bit of clubbing.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And she said, oh, yeah, we could, except you're wearing dad shoes.
Oh.
And I was so shocked, genuinely, that I stopped on the street and I said, excuse me?
Oh.
And then I went, but in my heart of hearts, I was going, oh, she's just joking and having jokes, because we were
Just
sort of
lols.
joke with stuff. But then she went on the mega defensive and was like, oh, no, I didn't mean it like that.
Really?
No, I don't mean that you're a dad and that you're wearing dad. No, I didn't mean that. No, blah, 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 which just made it worse for me. And I went, how dare you?
You got in a hurrah of a mood.
I got in
hear.
a hurrah of a mood.
Were you still on the hook at this point from the wedgie?
Yeah, I was still dangling on the wedgie. No, I wasn't at that point. But
Right.
I was outraged, fellas.
What-
I mean, have you ever seen me wear dad shoes?
Well, what shoes were you wearing? Which ones?
Oh, they were grey with zip-ups, with zips on the side.
Right, and were you wearing them? This is how you can establish whether they're cool or dad shoes. Were you wearing them for comfort?
Yes.
Yeah, they're 100% dad shoes then.
Well, the other clue is they've got zips on them.
Yeah, but they're good, though, because they've got zips on both sides, so they're kind of stylish in a kind of beigey grey colour.
Yeah.
Because I was wearing lime green pants, and they just sort of work really well with them.
Yeah.
And an orange belt buckle.
Well, I mean, you could complain about the fact that she's said to you, hey, you're wearing dad shoes.
Yes.
But on the other side of it, you could try and look at it as glass half full, because you didn't say you dressed, you got dad pants on and dad belt and dad shirt, which from the sounds like you had all that going on as well.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right, so you're saying I should just take that she only did mention the shoes, not the rest of my
she
outfit.
She didn't bag you for the rest of it, which sounds like she would have been within her rights to do.
Right.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like you're dressed like a rodeo clown or something with all the different colours
were
you're
you?
rocking.
Well, I mean, I suppose looking back, it was a bit rodeo clownish, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But I was shocked that she would...
Well, I tell you about... Do you have a photo of them? Because we could put them on the Insta
and see.
And get Pugs to chuck a photo up
That's
and
a good
people
idea.
can vote.
Great idea, Keyzie, because I think they're incredibly stylish.
Okay, let's do that. You can vote Hauraki Big Show on the story there.
And as I say, super comfortable, because we were walking around the city at night and that.
And so when
you say night, what time was it?
It was about 6:30.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.